A lot of homeowners today think that buying their next home in today's market is impossible, especially with today's interest rates. But what if I told you there are loan programs that are designed specifically to help make moving up to your next home very possible? Let's start with a quick reality check first, because listen, if you already own a home, you are in a completely different financial position than a first-time home buyer. And the reason, I'm sure you probably don't need me to tell you, probably already know, it's your equity. I'm sure you have equity, maybe even quite a bit of equity in your house, and that's gonna open quite a few doors for you before we even start talking about financing. Sorry, real quick, if this is your first time here, my name's Jose and I am your SoCal Realtor. Here we help Inland Empire homeowners sell smart, buy their next home better, and move with confidence. So if you are thinking about making a move, don't hesitate to reach out. My team and I, we are here and ready to help. But enough about that. Let's go ahead and get back to the video. Okay, so looking at financing, let's start with the bridge loan, because this just might be one of the more powerful but often misunderstood financing tools. So here's how this loan works. Your lender gives you a short-term access to your home's equity that you can use as the down payment for your next home before your current house even sells. Now, once you close on your new home, then you can come back, sell your old house, and then pay off the bridge loan. The beauty of this loan is the fact that you're able to make an offer on a home without any contingencies, meaning, you're not saying, here's our offer, you're gonna love it, it's a great offer. However, it is contingent on being able to get our old house sold. There's no contingencies, and obviously, given the choice, that's something that most sellers are going to prefer. Not to mention, bridge loans can be a great option for homeowners that, they might be a little stressed about the potential of, selling their house, maybe having to move somewhere temporarily before they get to move into their new permanent home.
Oh my God, that sounds so miserable.
Also important to keep in mind, these are meant to be short-term loans. Lenders, they'll typically give you anywhere from 6 to 12 months from the close of escrow on your new home to be able to get your old house sold. Another option that I really don't see used too often, honestly, but another option is the HELOC, and this is very similar to, not exactly the same, but similar, the bridge loan, meaning with a HELOC, you're able to draw from the equity of your current house, the house you plan to sell, and use that toward for the down payment on the purchase of your new home. Where it's different is that if that equity is not enough to just completely pay for the purchase of your new home, then you're very likely to have to still get permanent financing on that new home you're buying. And then of course, once you do sell your house, then you'll pay everything off. The proceeds will pay off your HELOC. The proceeds will pay off if you have a mortgage on there. Still, it'll pay that off. Now, full disclosure on HELOCs though, the interest rates, they can be a little bit higher, but the payments are usually a lot more manageable because they're interest only, meaning you're only paying the interest on the loan, you're not paying the principal part. The amount that you borrowed, you're not paying that. Don't quote me on this, I want to say it's like 10 years you have, although it shouldn't take 10 years to find your new home, but you're paying interest only, so it can make those payments a lot more manageable. And again, once you sell your house, you pay it all off. Very important to keep in mind though, anytime you get an additional loan, whether that's a bridge loan, whether that's a HELOC, but anytime you get an additional loan, there are fees that do come with that loan. So my recommendation, always talk to a lender, get the details, get a firm, solid understanding of everything involved cost-wise that's gonna come with that loan. In fact, actually, if you're here locally here in Southern California, let me know. I'm happy to refer you to a good lender for that. Now, if you currently have an FHA or a VA loan on the house that you're planning to sell, don't just assume that, that's it. We have that over here. We can't use an FHA or we can't use a VA loan to go buy our next home. Let me take a step back. Because actually, yes, it is true that FHA does not allow you to have a house with an FHA loan on it and then go buy another house with an FHA loan on it. Of course, though, if you had an FHA loan and you already sold that house, then sure, obviously, yes, you can use an FHA loan to go buy your next house. But there are a few exceptions to have two FHA loans at the same time, such as a job relocation, meaning your job is relocating you completely out of the area, or increase in family size. Your current house, it does not meet your family's needs anymore. There's a co-borrower situation, meaning you were a co-borrower on another FHA loan, helping a family member or whatever, but you were a co-borrower on another FHA loan, but you no longer occupy that house. Or non-occupying co-borrower, similar in that you helped someone else qualify for a home loan as a co-borrower, and now you want to be able to go buy your own home. Again, be sure to talk to a lender. I cannot stress enough just how important it is to be sure to talk with a lender. Be sure that you're asking plenty of questions. Make sure you have a firm, solid understanding of any potential exemptions or restrictions that might come into play with the FHA home loan. And for VA buyers, this is a big one because yes, it is possible to have more than one VA loan at a time. It just all depends on any remaining entitlements.
Wait, can you say that again? Just slowly?
Yeah, this one can be a little tricky, and I don't pretend to be the expert. I'm an agent. I'm not a lender, but it really just comes down to whether or not you have any remaining entitlements. Just as with the FHA loan, it's equally important with the VA loan, or actually just as important with no matter what kind of a loan you're getting, but just as important with the VA loan, be sure to consult with a local lender for more information. And then finally, if you're looking at new construction, this one's huge right now because builders know. They know that interest rates are a little high still right now. They know that that could be slowing some buyers down from coming in and buying some of their homes. So many builders, especially here locally anyway, but many builders are offering very nice incentives. Many of them have been offering the 2-1 or the 3-2-1 rate buy down. Many of them are offering closing cost credits. It's not uncommon to save $10,000, $20,000, maybe even $30,000 in total closing costs to purchase a new build home. Now, if the plan is to upsize, downsize, whatever the case may be, do you have to have additional or special financing to purchase that new home? No, not at all. And sure, it can sometimes make it a little bit easier, but you don't have to have additional or special financing for that. In fact, actually, I mentioned this earlier, but you could purchase a new home with contingencies. Now, just in case you're not familiar with what a contingency is, this is basically when you make an offer on a house stating that your offer is contingent on your old house selling. Meaning, if your old house is not able to sell, then, well, you're not able to go forward with the purchase of the home you made an offer on. Or, depending on the state of the market, maybe instead of that, you could make the sale of your house contingent on being able to find a replacement home. I got a quick question for you. If you are looking at 2026 as the year that you do plan on buying your next home, but you do still have to sell your old house, do me a favor if you would, drop a "Hey Jose, that's me" in the comments below. I am kind of curious to see just how many people are looking at 2026 as the year that they want to purchase their next step up home. Of course, if you do have any questions at all, or if you are thinking about buying or selling, my contact information is below. Feel free to reach out. Otherwise, until then, we'll catch you on the next one.